Hello and welcome to the final episode of Plus Exclusive with Tonto Dikeh. I am Buki November. In this final episode, Tonto reveals the result of the year-long custody battle between her and her ex-husband and why she has chosen to reveal her personal matters to the general public. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Tonto Dikeh.
Sometimes they can't bring in Yahoo money. What they do is they either buy cars or they buy, some of them that are very intelligent, buy Okrika clothes. Designers, oh yes, and come here and sell it for 1,000 naira. By the time you know it's almost like 50 million naira they've gotten. Some of them go and turn it into food and come here and sell. It's a whole lot of brain work, and being with him, I understood that. So that was how the first car came.
That's the white Prado.
That was the white Prado. Okay. And that was where the money he used to pay for the apartment came.
Okay.
That was the first money that came into my house. I was in America, so I never had any portion of it. The second money that came was just the time when I said he traveled out with the girl for 2 months. That was when the second money landed. So the money landed, he took the girl, he took some 2 of his friends, and they traveled.
Okay, so we've mentioned the girl.
Yeah.
For the sake of those who don't know, what's the name of this girl?
I would not stoop so low
as to mention her
name or as to even engage in a conversation about her, because I have no business with her. She's not the first. I've literally caught my son's father on virtual. I think she was a prostitute because she was just on the road in the hotel. So I don't think that he was a friend. So she was a prostitute. So I probably caught them. I caught them, not probably, caught them dry humping from the back.
Okay, so this is not
so
Rosalie Mayo.
I don't care what the name is, but that's not the girl I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, I've caught him with so much in so much of this sexual things that this one you're talking about is really nothing. The only reason why it hurts is because it was from my industry. I mean, the only reason why it hurts was it was from my industry.
Okay.
The reason why I couldn't have female workers is because of him. He sleeps with anything and skirts. Then the first time when I got married to him, the first time when I met him, cheating was never a problem because he had a sexual problem. He has premature ejaculation. And it's a very shameful thing, a man that can spend up to 10 seconds inside a woman. It's a very shameful thing. So in my head, this guy has a disease. He knows he has a sickness.
Okay.
He's going to be ashamed to go out and go sleeping with girls because they are going to laugh at him. That's what was in my head. So that's how I think. So it never occurred to me that he was a cheat or he is a cheat.
Okay, so
the day he dropped me off at the airport to travel to America, he was driving my car because he doesn't have any car in Nigeria. Anytime he's here, he drives my car and he lives in my house. We were from my house that night. We went to the airport. As soon as he dropped me, he went straight to Festac, and that's where that girl, the actress girl, that's where she lived.
How did you know he went?
Because people told me, your car is here. I used to shoot a lot of movies in Festac. Festac is like a home, second home for me. So I was living in Festac until I was virtually living in Festac by doing movies all the time there. So I got the call and I asked him. He said, yes, I'm in Festac, but he didn't tell me where he was. You know, so I let it go. So the women thing, although it was a big problem, but it's not an issue. Because I know that's who men are. But from the beginning, I never saw the trace because of that illness.
So Tonto, quite a number of people online have said that, it is karma that your marriage ended because you had been the reason why most marriages also broke. Well,
ever since I knew myself, okay, I have had so many controversies, and there has been not one, written on any blog that I broke up a home. How come? I'm Tonto. Everybody loves my story. My story makes people rich. It gives traffic to blogs. It makes people popular. So if there was a woman who felt like I broke up her home, don't you think she would have been out talking? Nobody supports me anyways. So why is she or why are the women trying to hide it that I broke up their home? It would be a good time for them to laugh at me.
True.
But notwithstanding, people like to talk. Half of the people who are saying all those things have never been proposed to. Half of them don't even know what it is to take care of themselves, not to take care of a man.
Let's talk about your son and how much joy he has brought into your life.
Oh,
How has
so
motherhood
much.
changed your life?
It's changed me a lot. It's given me so much strength, so much love. It's just doubled up everything I had, but in a very positive way. Yeah.
And then the part of Mr. Churchill taking care of your son, how involved has he been in the upkeep of your son?
Churchill, Olakunle, Oladuni, Kunle does not take care of my son. He does not pay child support. He does not pay school fees. He does not buy anything for my child. As a matter of fact, give me the frame.
I mean, just before you go to the frame, he said that he opened a Zenith Bank account. Every month he puts in money there for you and your son, and you're the sole signatory to the account.
Well, thank God it's a bank, right? Now, Mr. Olakunle actually came online in front of, with Azuka. I mean, Azuka, the journalist he pays to defend him. He came online and said that he has an account, it's an account that I'm the only signatory to it. And that it was over 10 million naira inside the account. Now, this is the account. I brought the alerts so you understand. And I also have the statement of the account. This is the alert. Now, from the first page, it says, "Dear customer, alert has been activated on your account." It means that you just got that account.
Yes.
So this was the first day the account was ever handed over to me. And because I'm the signatory to this account, money has never left this account.
Okay.
So it's not a case of there was money and he withdrew the money, no.
And this was in March?
This was in March 2018.
Okay.
On the 23rd of February, that's when they handed the account over to me.
Okay.
The first alert I got was on March 2018.
Okay.
And the account
balance on that account?
319,000 naira. And he said that he has over 10 million naira inside the account. 319 naira. Now, going further, you would see that after I took him, by the way, I was the one that took him to court. He tells people that he took me to court.
Yeah, for the custody battle.
I took him to court for custody battle for a document he has with my son. And also that I wanted him to pay child support. I didn't want him to pay child support, but I wanted to be on record that I asked for child support. Now, if you follow this thread, you will see how many times he has paid. So from March 2018, that's the first time he ever gave me money for his son. The very first time I ever took money from him for his son, from here. We can look at it. I'm sure. Yeah. Because of the court order, he paid for 3 months. He paid 3 months after March. He paid 3 months.
How much was he paying? Was it?
The court says pay 200,000. I asked for 500,000 a month. He said he was bankrupt, so he couldn't have money. I think he actually presented his bank account to them. So they found that he didn't have money. He wasn't making up to 200,000 a month. So they said, okay, we'll cut it down for you to 200,000. That's what he asked for, that he wanted to pay.
So every month he's supposed to pay 200,000.
He's supposed to pay 200,000. From that March 2018 that I took him to court, which was the first time I was ever going to be receiving money from my son, to today, he's paid only 4 times. Actually, he paid last week.
Oh, he paid 200,000 naira
last week. Only because there's a blogger on Instagram called Cutie Juice.
Okay.
She is steadily on his case because she knows him. She has people who he has duped to that she knows. So she has always been on his case. So she embarrassed him on the 8th of last month. A huge embarrassment on her page. And that was when he paid 200,000 naira. That was the first money for this year for his son.
Okay, so let's quickly go to the custody battle and you changing your son's name. Did you change your son's name from Mr. Churchill's surname to your surname?
Yes, I did change my son's name because I would not give birth to a child, train the child with my money while his father is out there lying that he's taking care of him. And you're not doing anything. You see, the least I want from this man is at least call your son. I'm well and capable to take care of my son. He knows it. And that's why he couldn't fight me for the custody battle. That's why, in fact, he did not even contest the custody battle. Then I asked him one thing. I said, how can you sit down in this court and not contest a custody battle? Because you said I was on drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I was going to say
why
that.
would you not love your son enough to fight and take him out of the hands of a drug addict?
So the drug issue, what was that about?
All these are all my medical reports when I was pregnant, before and after. I attended 2 hospitals, actually 3. This is the hospital in Houston, Texas, West Houston. All of these are toxicology reports, and every report that they will take in your body as a woman before they
Okay.
be able to admit you to even give birth.
Okay.
Now, toxicology report said negative. This is after I gave birth, almost 1 year after I gave birth.
So there was no proof of you being on drugs or before and after your child was born?
There is no proof. Because if there was a proof, I know this man. He would bring that proof out just to take, because he knows that the only thing that I'm excited about is my son.
Your son. So now what is the custody arrangement you have with him? This
is the custody. It says, and other granting custody of their first child, King Andre, born on the 17th day of February 2018, to plaintiff, which is me.
Okay.
An order to compelling the defendant to release, that's the international passport.
Okay.
An order compelling the defendant to be responsible for the child's school fees. And well, this is the court order. The court order here says that the father of my son cannot come within 5 feet to my son if I don't have somebody I trust there. Because I had to present a lot of diabolic proof from him and his mother. Things they did to me diabolically, the ones I have pictures here, but it's not something I actually really want to. Yeah. I have a channel where I'm going to display all of this thing, so the world's going to say.
I mean, I have one final question.
Please, can I just finish up with this one?
That's fine.
So when we went, what was I saying, God?
The diabolic.
Yes. So because of the diabolic proofs I gave the court says that he is not supposed to come near my son if I don't have someone I trust. He's under strict
supervision.
Extremely strict supervision with my son. Extremely strict supervision with my son. It's all here. I can't lie against the court. It's all in here, which you're going to definitely put.
Yeah.
And also, when this is the child he's been fighting for on Instagram, saying that, oh, he hasn't seen him, oh, he's lost without him. The day my son was supposed to appear in court, the father was not present.
Okay, so
even the judge said it. How can you be fighting for a child so much that you are not present? But I had to almost walk out of the court when the father of my child asked his lawyer to ask the court to make me pay for his transportation. That's how much this boy has been scamming me, taking money from me on a regular basis. That even after we've broken up, coming to court, that I took you to court. I should be the one to pay his transportation.
Okay, but I have one question though. I see everything going on and the battle on Instagram and social media generally. How do you think your son would react? Say 12 years, 15 years from now, seeing everything, what do you think his reaction would be?
My son has nothing to do with this. My son is going to be okay because I'm going to bring him up. You see, everything I'm saying to you here, my son would know about it first class.
Okay.
I'm not the kind of mother that's going to say, oh, you know, your father is a good man when he's not. No.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. My son would know everything.
Okay.
I'm not going to poison your mind, but I'm going to show you every proof to the latest. I owe my son. I don't owe. You see what I'm doing right now? It's because I'm tired of this man constantly putting lies out there while I sit down.
Okay.
I don't owe anybody watching this what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because sadly, nobody fits me in the first place.
That's fine.
So I'm doing this because I want to clarify a lot of things.
Okay, so Tonto, I see you holding a piece of jewelry. What's that you're holding?
I just wanted the world to see this piece of jewelry right here. 1, 2, and 3. These are baby clothes. These are baby clothes. And this. These are the only ever things that Churchill has ever bought for his son. Since the day I gave birth to my son, up until today. The first birthday, nothing. Second birthday, nothing. Third year birthday, nothing. So this is a man who is constantly lying on Instagram that he's taking care of his son. These are the only piece of that a father has given to a 3-year-old son. Everything my son has is from me.
So three
if
pieces
he has
of clothes,
receipts, 3 pieces of these are nice gowns, yeah, and this house night this and this, yes.
These are all he's given.
All he's ever given, and when he traveled for this, he had never left this country. Churchill has never left this country outside Nigeria while he met me. He had only been to Ghana. On his first trip outside this country, which he used as Mr. Dikeh, like a married man under me, not Dikeh,
Yeah,
as in being married to me. That's the first opportunity he had to travel outside this country, and that was what he got for his son.
And is this a gold necklace?
It is a gold necklace you can get anywhere. Alaba market. You can. What is this? This is a twist.
And this is what he's gotten for his son.
This is all he has gotten for his son. If Churchill, if you do have proof that you've gotten more, I'd like to see receipts. Because my son lives with me, and that property that you claim had better be in my son's possession. Because I'm ready to. I'm not here to joke anymore.
What property is he claiming?
No, he said he buys things for my son.
Oh, okay.
So every proof. Because he's somebody that can manipulate receipts. He manipulated the receipt for the car. The car was now up to 22 million naira, for God's sake.
That's
a Prado would never be up to that. That Prado was never.
22
it was 14 million naira on the document. So he had to go and manipulate a document to show 22 million naira. So these are all a father has given to his son.
Since birth.
Since birth.
So let's talk about London.
London, yes.
He mentioned that you had been to London with his mother, you know, on a trip that you were staying with his mother in London. He painted a beautiful picture. What was that about?
It's crazy how this man lies. Right now I want to break down. Not because of anything, but because sometimes I can't even forgive myself for being involved with this man. I have never been to London to see this man's mother. I only know she lives in a community house. She works in a psychiatric hospital. Is dating a taxi driver. But I have never been to London since I met this man. This is my flight coming from America. These are flight details. Coming from America, going to America to give birth, and coming. These are the only times I've actually traveled when I was with him.
But has she seen your son?
Yes, she came to America.
To meet you?
Oh,
and
yeah,
see
she
him.
came to America to meet us.
Okay. But she's never seen him after then?
I told you she was a regular visitor. She was, in fact, every day I would open my door, she was there. I married her. I married the boy. She was almost like my second husband. She was always in the house.
So means she comes from London down here, spends time, then goes back, then comes again? Wow.
I never for once went to London to see them.
Okay.
I don't know what their lifestyle is like in London. I don't know what's this document is, and I mean the UK embassy will show that. They have not given me visa in 3 years. I have not even asked for visa from the UK embassy in 3 years. So when did I go to visit? I mean, the lies, the boldness in which this guy is lying is like I'm stupid. Like I told you, he's a narcissist. And he instigates things from the background. Because he's not newsworthy, you don't know what he's doing. Only today, sitting down here, there are 3 interviews out already. Three new interviews.
Wow.
Where this man said that we did not have a wedding. When I can prove to you that we had almost 200 and something people in attendance.
Wedding.
But it's okay, Churchill. We didn't have a wedding because you didn't contribute to the wedding. Because you didn't pay for the wedding. I did. That's why you think we didn't have a wedding. That's why you think nothing went into that wedding. It's not a surprise that you are ashamed. It's not. It's not a surprise. But I would not let you keep having your way. Lying around, no.
Okay,
no.
So to his
no.
Let me call them his fans, to people who have heard the side of the story and feel, oh, Tonto they've painted this evil picture of you. I call them your haters, by the way. To those people, what do you say to them? What do you want to say to them? The truth
is that Churchill is the only hater. This man, I say he's a Yahoo boy. When I'm talking about Yahoo, I'm talking about somebody who can actually regenerate 70 accounts in 1 minute, if he wants to. Every document this boy releases, I'm going to go, right now I'm in for blood. Like blood for blood, fire for fire. Every document he has put out there, I'm going to take it to court. Starting from the car. Every document he puts out there, I will take it and go and investigate it.
Okay, so Tonto, if these lies end, well, as you said, lies, if they all end, would there be peace? Like, would you?
I've been
would
very,
everything.
You follow me on Instagram. I'm in a beautiful relationship.
I mean,
I have a son that loves me. I have a job that's good. I'm an ambassador here and left and there. This period, I have a foundation that is doing extremely well. So what? I only talk when this man talks.
Okay. So what will put an end to all of this? If he keeps quiet, it ends, or what do you want? What are you out to get?
My problem is you don't do for your son. Don't discredit the woman who does it.
Okay.
I paid and I gave you a life. I appreciate the fact we've broken up, move on. Because if I was so bad, Churchill, if I was so bad, why did you have to come to me 9 times? Why would your mother have to kneel down, in fact, lie down on the floor for me to beg me not to leave you? I don't understand. If he even said it. He even said it in his interview, that he came begging 9 times when I left his house. And that was true. His uncles flew from America. His aunties flew from, everybody, even my father that don't fly, flew. My answer was still no, because I know that this is not what I want. Okay.
So as if this, the lies, well, the accusing you of things that you didn't do and all those things, if he stops, everything goes back to normal.
I have been normal. I don't think about, see, look, you don't understand here that I am the news. He is so irrelevant. If I don't speak, whatever he says is worthless. For God's sake, nobody's going to see me on the street and say, this is Churchill's ex-wife. People don't even know his name sometimes. They call him Tonto's ex-husband, and that's what it's always going to be.
Okay.
So it's not a thing of, I don't want the attention. I get too much of it. Like they say, I'm the drama queen. I can create drama in every aspect of my life. I wouldn't want to glorify a man I have dumped. Where I come from, dogs don't go back to eat their vomit. I wouldn't want to glorify him. But for the fact that he keeps coming out to say all these things, I'm not just going to disrespect you. I'm going to disrespect all your family. And it's a promise.
I was actually even going to ask.
It's a promise.
I was actually going to ask, his family, aside from his mother, are they part of your son's life? Do they call him? Do they try to?
They don't call. My son has somebody, the court says, I told the court, I said, I don't want him to lay hands with me on anything. Okay. I actually wanted I wanted us to co-parent. But because of all the things that he was doing and lies he was telling, I told her, I said, I just want to take care of my son. Okay. Okay, so you just do your own thing, I do my own thing. I gave him a number. I gave the father a number to reach my son. Okay. So always, if you wanted to check up on him. When I was coming for this interview, I needed to cross-check all my contacts and know what it was. Okay. I called him. He said, no, Oga never called me. He said, after that court issue, Oga didn't call me again until maybe last year to ask for King. Last year ending to ask for King. I said, has he called you again? He said, no. So even on my son's birthday, while he was busy writing the emotional crap on his page, he didn't even pick up the phone to call the little kid. I mean, this man, I let this man come into my son's school, sit down, snap picture with a bill that I paid for my son's second birthday. That was the only time we had a picture together after a long while.
Saw those on
1 naira, this man did not even contribute, not even a balloon.
But he was there.
Because I let him come.
Thanks for watching. To see all parts of this series, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Plus TV Africa. And do join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Plus TV Africa. My name is Bookie November. See you next time.